Right, on the line I have Cameron Cusher from RP Data. Cameron, we've had some interesting property results released through February. Can you give us a bit of an update on what's happened through the month?
Yeah, so across the capital cities, property values were flat for the month with no movement, but in Adelaide, property values fell by 0.4%. Now, over the quarter, values are down by about 1%, and that's made up of a 0.9% fall for houses and a 0.8% fall for units. So these numbers are seasonally adjusted, that's why they may not marry exactly up. But overall, pretty soft market conditions. The capital city markets are being held up mainly by Sydney and Melbourne, which are still reporting growth. But even though we've seen a bit of an easing in values, we certainly don't expect there to be a significant fall in the coming months. More so just a little bit of a tapering because of the high interest rates and the lack of buyer activity.
Okay. Any particular comments on the factors that are having the biggest effect or impact on the market at the moment?
Certainly is interest rates. They were above average and they were lifted so aggressively last year by the Reserve Bank, and the fact that there's so much stock on the market. Across the country, RP Data's the number of properties we're tracking is actually at the highest level we've ever seen. So a lot of people are looking to sell, not a lot of people are looking to buy, and what we're finding is it's a case mainly that people that are looking to purchase are those looking to upgrade, so they need to sell their property first, but they're having trouble selling that property, therefore they can't upgrade. So that's why the stock's sitting on the market, and we'd expect that over the coming months a lot of people will decide to pull the property off the market and wait till conditions are a little bit better in order to sell.
Okay, that's interesting. We've got a couple of our leasing managers here in the studio at the moment, but anything noteworthy happening in terms of rentals at the moment?
Today actually, and we're finding that there's starting to be a bit of an increase in rental rates. Over the last quarter, capital city rents increased by 1.3%, and we're certainly expecting that this year growth in rental markets will be stronger. We're seeing not a lot of first home buyer activity. We're seeing investors remaining on the sideline. First home buyers aren't active. They either have to live at home with their parents or they have to rent somewhere. We're seeing the building approvals are down. We're seeing finance commitments are down. So everything points to sluggish, fairly sluggish sales activity and limited new building. That's going to create upwards pressure on rents. So we're expecting that rental growth this year across the country will be probably somewhere in the vicinity of 7%, which is the average over the last 5 years. Yeah,
interesting. And final question for you, where do you think property values might head from here, perhaps through the next 6 months toward the end of the year?
I wouldn't be surprised over the next 6 months or so to see some further slight falls across the country. Maybe not so much of a risk of that in Adelaide, but overall for the next 12 months we're expecting fairly flat market conditions. Perhaps a pick up later in the year if wages continue to grow and interest rates remain stable. Okay,
well, terrific to have you on, and thank you very much for the update. That's been good. We'll catch you again soon, no doubt. Now we're going to go to SA's finest home.